Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to let you know what the best skincare products of 2019 were. If you haven't seen the video that I've already posted going over the best makeup of 2019, I will link that in the upper right hand corner for you to check out. Please go see that if this kind of video interests you. Of course, in this video, we'll concentrate on skincare. And just like with the makeup version of this video that I did, I am not restricting myself to things that were released in 2019. This is regardless of how old or recent the product is. These are the products that I used the most and the best of that group of products that I used in 2019. So some of these things are new for this past year, but some of them are just standard OG products and products that I have loved for many years in a row. If you are interested only in new skincare from 2019, I have a whole series and a playlist of my What's New in Beauty videos. In those videos, which are monthly, they recap all of the new releases for that past month. So if you want something concentrated on only new releases in 2019, then I will refer you to that playlist. In addition, for this video, I don't restrict myself to any sort of price category. I have things all across the board, from very affordable drugstore items to more expensive skincare items. So if you want to know what is the very best of my most used products from 2019, then keep watching. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow Allura Beauty on Instagram, and if you haven't checked out the most recent video, that's probably for one of the new releases from L'Oreal. So I will also link that in the upper right hand corner for you, or I might put it in the description box below because I can only link in the upper right hand corner for you 5 videos in any given video. So sometimes if there's more than 5 for me to refer you to, I'll just put them in the description box below. And of course, also make sure to check out the description box because I will link all of the products and where you can purchase them if they're still available to purchase, which I think pretty much everything that I'm going to show you is currently available to buy. I also, as always, link Ebates in the description box because if you're someone who does online shopping, you may as well be getting cash back on all the orders that you're placing. All right, here's the best skincare from 2019. Going by category, let's start with makeup removers and cleansers. My favorite makeup remover, and it's been my favorite for several years, is by The Body Shop. This is their Chamomile Gentle Eye Makeup Remover. They also have a version for waterproof eye makeup, and they probably have updated packaging. These last for a very long time, so I'm still, well, this one's finished, but I have another bottle in the cabinet that I'm still finishing up. This is a gentle yet effective makeup remover, so you're not getting any strong fragrances in here or any harsh chemicals. The Body Shop actually has a lot of skincare items that have a lot of volatile, harmful, and fragrant ingredients, and it's more the exception to find one that doesn't have harmful ingredients, and this is one of those that falls within that exception. My favorite micellar water is from Garnier. This is widely available at the drugstore and you get so much product, which is just one thing on top of another in terms of great things about this product because it is a dual phase product, so you kind of have to shake it up. Although this one is not the waterproof version, I also have the waterproof version that has a blue cap. This is just the regular micellar cleansing water, so it's the waterproof version that I think is dual phase with the oil and the water. But whichever one you get, both of them work very well. And again, they don't have heavy fragrances in there. They don't have damaging ingredients in there. So these are bang for your buck while also being effective and easily accessible. The best cleanser from this year was from Youth to the People, which is a skincare company that I really, really like. They're one of the few brands that are a clean brand where I think that they are true to that clean label, but also have very effective skincare that doesn't have harmful ingredients in them. There are a couple things in the range that I don't think are the best, but overall I think this is a very impressive brand. A little bit on the pricey side, but anyway, this is their Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Age Prevention Cleanser. And when it's full, it is this kind of translucent or clear green color. And the texture or consistency of the cleanser is more like a gel. It comes with a pump dispenser, which is great, and it comes in a glass bottle, so it's recyclable, reusable packaging. I won't be throwing this away or even putting this in the recycling bin. I will be reusing this, putting something else in here, which is another reason why I really like the brand. But in terms of the cleanser itself, it is a really nice, gentle cleanser. I use it in the morning if I want to get a light cleanse when I don't need to cleanse off heavy makeup, because truthfully, this is not a cleanser on its own that will erase or take off heavy makeup or waterproof makeup, but it's great for in the morning. or at the end of the day, if you're someone who uses very light makeup, like powder makeup. And the other way that I use it is with my Clarisonic. So for all those reasons, this one was my #1 for this past year. And speaking of effectively removing makeup, especially waterproof makeup, the thing that I started this year in 2019 was double cleansing, which I wish that I had been doing for much longer instead of using a bunch of makeup wipes to remove my makeup, because that pulls and tugs at the skin. Double cleansing is really where it is at. And so speaking of that, the tie for the favorite cleansing balm came down between Clinique's Take the Day Off cleansing balm and this Drunk Elephant Slaai Makeup Melting Butter Cleanser, or however you pronounce it. And they are both great cleansing balms, very effective. Now, while neither of these is affordable or cheap in terms of price point, you get a ton of product in each of these jars. Overall, the Drunk Elephant one is more expensive. The Clinique one is 3.8 ounces and costs $28.50. Drunk Elephants gives you a tiny bit more, 3.88 ounces, and costs $34. But what's great about both of them is they're both fragrance free, which a lot of cleansing balms have heavy fragrance. And although you do wash it off pretty quickly, it is something that you're kind of spending time manually rubbing into the skin. So it is something that could pose an irritation risk to your skin, but these are both fragrance free, so they don't pose that. They're both very effective at breaking down makeup. And normally I would just say the Clinique one is the best because it is just as effective, but is more affordable. But the reason why I still include the Drunk Elephant one is because it has a couple of advantages over the Clinique one. They're both in jar packaging, which means that you have to either use your fingers to scoop it out, or what's really innovative about the Drunk Elephant one is that they not only give you this little spatula spoon thing, but they've designed the packaging so that it stays with the actual jar, which I think is really innovative and thoughtful and maybe worth a little bit extra money. The other thing about the formula for the Drunk Elephant one is it doesn't actually contain any water. So even though it's stored in a jar package, it doesn't pose any risk of developing bacteria in there. Whereas it looks like the Clinique one has a little bit of water, so it may pose that problem, but just make sure you're using some sort of spatula and you're disinfecting that spatula when you're using it. Both great, fantastic products. You can't go wrong with either one. Next step normally would be to apply a toner. And for just everyday standard go-to toners, they are from Paula's Choice. If you know anything about my channel, you know that for many years, before Paula's Choice became popular on YouTube, I was a big supporter of this brand, still am. They have fantastic products. I love almost everything in the line, in the brand. There are several different toners in their line that I rotate through. This one that I'm showing you here is the Skin Balancing one, Pore Reducing Toner. This is nice for if you are using a toner in the summertime because it's a little lighter. Right now in wintertime, when I want a little more nourishment, I'm using the one with the maroon label. So that one's a little more milky, a little more nourishing, but either way, there's a bunch of toners in the line in the bigger bottles that come like this. Can't go wrong with any of those. Another favorite from this year, this was from the brand IUNIK, spelled IUNIK. This is a Korean beauty brand or skincare brand. This was the Vitamin Hyaluronic Acid Vitalizing Toner. This has such a unique consistency. It's almost like a snail goo kind of consistency, like a little bit of a sticky gel. Now, once you put it on your skin, it doesn't feel sticky, but the reason why I think this is a very good toner is because that thicker formula really nourishes the skin. It doesn't make it look shiny, so even if you have oily combination skin like I do, this is not something that you need to be afraid of making you look more oily, but it gives you that layer of extra moisturization and nourishment and protection to the skin, while also delivering really great skincare products like vitamins, hyaluronic acid, etc. And it says this is 45% hyaluronic acid, so really helping to plump and moisturize the skin. Then a more recent find, but a toner that I have absolutely been loving. This is from the INKEY list, so super affordable, and it's the PHA toner. This is a toner that will help exfoliate your skin through the use of chemicals, but it's a gentler version of something like a glycolic acid toner. It costs only $11 and you get 3.4 fluid ounces. This is one of those rare products that you see results pretty quickly. Normally for skincare, you need to use them for months on hand in order to gradually see results. And this is one of those products where you put it on and you look at your skin and fairly quickly you can see the kind of brightening and more evening tone in your skin. It feels wonderful on the skin. It's a water formula like a normal toner, but I can't really describe the uniqueness of the feeling when you're applying it onto the skin. You'll just have to try it for yourself if you decide to pick this up. Not only does it contain the PHA, but it also contains other great skincare ingredients like niacinamide. So a very well-rounded, nice exfoliating or gentle exfoliating toner that is great. So definitely check this one out if you haven't heard much about it. All right, let's move on to moisturizers. I'm gonna divide this up into subcategories. Let's start with just all over general moisturizers that aren't targeted for a specific issue, but just for all over your face every day. And I'm gonna subdivide that into more lightweight moisturizers and then more heavy duty moisturizers. So for the lighter weight ones, there's 3 of them that were the most used, most loved of 2019. The first lightweight moisturizer that I used a ton this year was by IT Cosmetics. This is the Confidence in a Gel Lotion. This has a gel texture. It is very lightweight and is just very lightweight feeling on the skin while also being very effective at bringing in moisture. Has several great skincare ingredients in here too. The next product I used at least 2 tubes of, maybe 3 this year, which takes a lot because I bounce around testing a bunch of skincare products. This is by First Aid Beauty. This is their Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. They market this as a moisturizer that also works as a primer. I don't really feel like it can serve as a primer on the skin, at least not a traditional one. I just use it as a straightforward, more lightweight moisturizer. It has kind of what I would call a hybrid between a cream and a gel formula. It's not really a gel formula. It is a cream moisturizer, but it's very lightweight. So again, very lightweight feeling on the skin, great for people with more oily combination skin, and does a lovely job of bringing you that hydration without any heaviness. And third, another item from Drunk Elephant. This is their Protini Polypeptide Cream. This has peptides in it, which I guess can be kind of difficult to make sure that you have in a moisturizer. This comes in an airless jar package, which is great for keeping the ingredients inside stable. This is a new jar, but I've already used up a different jar and haven't started this new one yet. This has, again, a more gel formula. I shouldn't say more, it has a gel formula and super, super nourishing on the skin while not being heavy at all. Fantastic for people, again, who have oily combination skin, who don't want any added heaviness or shine, but still want that moisturization. I guess I should have subdivided this into 3 categories because the next product I'm gonna show you isn't really lightweight, but it's also not super nourishing. It's kind of in the middle, and it's very affordable. This is by CERAVE or CERAVE. This is their PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. They have an AM version that has SPF in it that I'm not as much of a fan of. It's a good product, but I wouldn't call it the best. But this one is just so affordable and has a great mixture of good skincare ingredients, no fragrance, no alcohol. So this is a very kind of middle in the road in terms of texture and how heavy it is. It's not super heavy and thick. It is not a gel formula like the previous ones that I've shown you. It's a cream formula, but it's very easily spreadable. It's not really going to add to any sort of shine, but it does have a little bit more nourishment and body to it. And this has ceramides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid, all fantastic ingredients. And like I said, at an affordable price, this is really one of the best things to pick up if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Now moving on to the more nourishing formula moisturizers. The next one is by Paula's Choice. This is actually, they market it as a mask. It's called the Radiance Renewal Mask. It comes in a pump bottle like this, but I use this as a moisturizer. It has what looks like a gel consistency and formula, and maybe it is technically a gel, but it is super nourishing And once again, it doesn't have a heavyweight feel, but still gives you that nourishment. I don't know how they do it sometimes, but this is a fantastic formula. You of course could use it as a mask if you wanted to, if you really have kind of oily skin, but you want that radiance back in the skin. You just want to put it on for 20 minutes and then remove it. Could absolutely do that, but I wear this overnight, just leave it on, and your skin looks really beautiful from using this. Another really nice, nourishing moisturizer. This is again from Drunk Elephant. This is their Lala Retro Whipped Cream. This is definitely a cream formula moisturizer. Again, airless pump jar. And it has the fantastic ingredients that the Drunk Elephant always includes in their skincare, but in a more, I wouldn't call it thick or heavy, but in a cream formula that is more protective of the skin when you apply it. It says it includes 6 exotic African oils, and exotic or not, it contains a bunch of antioxidants in the ingredients list, so it's great for your skin. Moving on to products that are more concentrated in one type of area that you want to address or one ingredient. For example, this is a product from the Gin Amber Beauty Company. It is their 10% vitamin C plus squalane repair cream. This has a fabulous formula to it. It's a super nourishing, lightweight cream formula. The ingredients list on this just blows me away. From the very first ingredient, besides water of course, you have aloe vera juice, then you have vitamin C, safflower oil, glycerin, stearic acid, triglycerides, you have green tea extract, then shea butter, vitamin E, squalane, niacinamide, cucumber fruit extract, argan oil, ferulic acid, licorice extract, jojoba oil. It is just phenomenal, the level, intensity, and numerousness of fantastic skincare ingredients you get in this bottle. I think this is probably one of the most underrated products out there in terms of skincare. It's not super expensive. You get a fluid ounce. It's not drugstore level affordability, but it's not high-end expensive Drunk Elephant level pricing. And no one really talks about Gin Amber Beauty, but this is a fabulous product. I will definitely be purchasing this again, another bottle. And I used this, I made sure I squeezed out every little last pump in this pump dispenser. So shout out to Gin Amber Beauty. Go check out this product if you want something that has very nourishing ingredients in it and also gives you that 10% vitamin C. Now, to target acne issues, one of the most effective ingredients, as you probably know, is salicylic acid, or BHA. So this trio of products I use almost on a daily basis to target not only pores and blackheads, but also any acne issues that I have. And they're from, did I say they're from Paula's Choice? The star ingredient in all of them is BHA. So they go up in level of concentration. So we'll start at the lowest level of concentration. This is the Resist Line Weekly Retexturizing Foaming Treatment. It contains 4% BHA. And I've used, I don't know, countless bottles of this. It's a pump dispenser and it comes out as a foam. So it's very easy to distribute. More recently, I picked up this version. This is again in the Resist line. It's the Advanced Pore Refining Treatment. It also has BHA, but it is in more of a gel formula, and I have been using this in the winter time because I get more nourishment out of that gel texture and more moisturization, whereas with the foaming product, this is easily spreadable, but it doesn't really give me any moisture to my skin. So both of these are 4% BHA, which is great because mostly in the drugstore, for example, you have something like 2% or 1%. Then as a step up from that, this is the Resist Line BHA 9, used for stubborn imperfections. It's a much smaller tube and it does come out as a gel consistency. This I use for spot treatment. So if I have a specific, very stubborn pimple that's there, or I oftentimes put this on the nose area to target blackheads, because blackheads are particularly stubborn and resistant to skincare treatment. So I use this to combat that. And if I have, like I said, any stubborn pimple, or sometimes even just a different kind of blemish on the skin that is in a specific area and kind of isn't going away, I will use this to spot treat that. My only gripe about this, it's a long-standing gripe, and I don't know why Paula's Choice doesn't doesn't address this issue is this packaging. The pump dispenser will drive you to the loony bin trying to deal with this, because you have to have the most specific amount of pressure to just dispense a little bit of the product. If you press down on the pump dispenser the full amount, you get way too much product, and this product is expensive for the amount that you get. So I really, really, really wish that Paula's Choice would change this packaging. They know about the issue, but they just haven't addressed it. And then something from TULA Skincare. These I got about a month ago, so I kind of debated on whether I should be including it in this video, but I have used these every single day since I got them. And they, in large part, have kind of, in the last month or so, replaced my otherwise daily use of the Paula's Choice items. They're not going to replace them fully. I will continue to repurchase and use these, but A, because I wanted to test them out, and B, because they're so fantastic, they've kind of just temporarily bumped them out. These are it's 2 different products, and actually TULA did send these to me complimentary. They sent them as a trio. So in the trio there is the Keep It Clear Acne Foam Cleanser. So this is a great cleanser. It comes in a pump dispenser and it comes out as a foam, which I really enjoy. And so this is a great product. I didn't include it as my favorites for this year, but it is a great, effective at removing, again, kind of lighter makeup. It's not gonna be effective on its own for removing waterproof things or really heavy makeup, but it contains not only superfoods, but also probiotics and 2% salicylic acid. But what are truly my favorites out of that set are these 2 products. This is the Clear It Up Acne Clearing and Tone Correcting Gel. Comes in a bottle like this, in a pump dispenser. This comes out as a clear gel, and it feels wonderful on the skin. Again, it gives you a beautiful level of nourishment. I use this at nighttime, and moisturization to the skin, while also giving you those acne-fighting ingredients. So this contains 2% salicylic acid. It also contains really nice things like glycerin, azelaic acid, niacinamide, lactic acid. So a very nice, well-rounded, while also acne-treating product. And then this guy here, which is the Go Away Acne Spot Treatment, and this contains 5% of benzoyl peroxide, which is another very effective, well-established acne-fighting ingredient. It's also not shy in other great skincare ingredients, like, again, glycerin. It also contains niacinamide, lactic acid, tea tree oil, which in really high concentrations might actually be irritating to some people, but it's kind of in the middle of the ingredients list. A lot of fruit extracts and antioxidants. This comes in a slanted, kind of more spot treatment-y form factor. I don't actually rub this directly on my face. I usually just put it on my finger and then do a spot treatment, trying to keep it a little more hygienic. But this, again, is a gel consistency, and I have been using it to target the recent acne breakouts that I've been having, and they've worked beautifully. I no longer have new, fresh kind of acne breakouts, and these are not only great skincare in general products, but very targeted, effective acne treating products. Then my favorite AHA or glycolic acid treatment. This has been a favorite of mine for many, many years and continued to be in 2019. This is from Paula's Choice. It's from the Resist line. This is the weekly resurfacing treatment. This contains 10% AHA. It has glycolic acid in it. It is in a toner form, so it is a liquid. I apply this only at nighttime, and I don't do it every night. At most, I may do it every other night. And this is so effective. If I had to whittle my skincare down to, just a handful of products, this would be one of the treatment type of products that I kept in the line. Like I mentioned with the PHA toner, this one from Paula's Choice is one of the very few skincare products where you see very quick results. When I apply this during the nighttime and I wake up the next morning, I can visibly tell that my skin is a little more even or a little more radiant. Does it make you look 10 years younger in the snap of a finger? No. I mean, those kinds of claims are ridiculous, but this is one of the few ones where you don't have to wait a month to start seeing results. You'll start seeing them immediately. So if you can tolerate the 10% AHA, if you had past experience with AHA products on your skin and you think you can tolerate the 10%, because that's a large amount, then absolutely try this product. I don't think that you will regret it at all. Oh, I almost forgot, because I don't have it with me at this location. It's at a different location, but something that I have used consistently throughout 2019 and is so effective when it comes to that glycolic acid exfoliation is the Drunk Elephant's TLC Sukari Baby Facial. Now, that is definitely a step up from the Paula's Choice 10% AHA. That one from Drunk Elephant contains 25% AHA plus 2% BHA. It's more of a mask. I do wear it overnight. You can use it more as a mask, and that's probably how most people might want to use it because frankly, it's so effective, it's so potent that it does kind of sting my skin when I use it. But regardless of whether you are able to tolerate it and wear it overnight or whether you just apply it for 10 to 20 minutes and then wash it off, the level of AHA plus BHA you get, you just kind of get that double whammy, the benefits of both of those at the same time. It is expensive, but it is super effective, and you only need 1 or 2 pumps. It lasts you for a good amount of time. And my favorite eye cream, which is another quite recent discovery, but again, is a product that as soon as I started testing it, I have used it every single day. And what's wonderful about this eye product or eye cream is that I can use it day or night. This is by Versed Skincare. It is a skincare brand that's available at Target. I was planning on doing just a full brand review of this new skincare brand. If you're interested in that, please let me know. And I've been testing out a couple things from the brand, but this is the Fix Emergency Eye Mask. First of all, it's very affordable. You get a huge tube of product here. How much is this? Oh, it's 1 fluid ounce, but usually with an eye cream you get something much less than this. It has a gel formula, but it is a super nourishing gel formula. I have another one from the INKEY list, their caffeine eye cream that I have used for a very long time, and it also has a gel formula, but it's much thinner and it doesn't keep in the moisture in my under eye area. A lot of people say you don't need an eye cream, and for the most part I think that's true, but as I have gotten older, I have particularly dry kind of skin that looks visibly dry once I apply makeup, any kind of concealer or makeup over that area. So I've been searching a lot, usually to some level of dissatisfaction, for a skincare product that will lock in the moisture in that area and stay there, keep that nourishment there even as I go through the subsequent steps of my skincare and makeup. This is affordable, beautiful ingredients, beautiful formula. So if you're someone who needs particularly, targeted treatment in this under eye area, or if you're just someone who wants to use an eye cream, this is fabulous. And I guess on that note, you could absolutely use this all over your face as a very nourishing gel moisturizer too. My favorite facial oil is by Paula's Choice. This is from the Resist line, Moisture Renewal Oil Booster. This contains ceramides, it contains argan oil, but the beautiful thing about this product is how lightweight it is despite being a facial oil. There's lots of facial oils out on the market that are like oils. They feel like cooking oil that you would put in your pan, and once you put it on your face, you just literally feel like a ball of grease. This is a very elegant formula that is thin, so it gives you the benefits of having that oil on your face, but it doesn't feel like you are plugging up every pore on the surface of your body when you apply this. It comes in a dropper form, and you can target it. Sometimes if my under eye area really feels dry that night, I'll just literally put dots of it underneath the eye area by itself, or other times if I want to mix it in with my moisturizer and apply it all over the face, then I can do that too with this formula. The next set of products are SUNCARE products, so products that have SPF protection in them. The bulk of my favorites are from Paula's Choice. I'll start with a moisturizer and I'll go kind of up in terms of level of SPF. The first one is from the Resist line. This is the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. This has an SPF of 30. In addition, it has antioxidants in it, and it is anti-aging. It has resveratrol, other skincare ingredients. What's unique about this product is it has this tint to it. The tint does not visibly affect the color of your skin. It just combats the otherwise white cast that a sunscreen would give your skin. And this active ingredient for sun protection is zinc oxide of 13%. This is absolutely my most used sunscreen for the face. Works beautifully underneath makeup. If I want to go a little bit of a step up in terms of level of SPF, the one that I've been using the most this past year is actually from Supergoop. This is the Smooth and Poreless 100% Mineral Matte Sunscreen. It has an SPF of 30. This also has that tint to it that again combats that white cast. This contains 17% zinc oxide and 0.7% titanium dioxide. And what's also unique about this product is it does have a more silicone-y feel. So this can, for a lot of people, double as not only their sun protecting moisturizer, but also as kind of a primer underneath makeup. It definitely has a slip to it. So if you're not a fan of that kind of texture, this is not the sunscreen for you. But if you do want that kind of dual purposeness in your sunscreen, this is a great option. Then during the summertime, when I want even more of a level of a bump up in SPF, I go to Paula's Choice's Resist Line Skin Restoring Moisturizer. This has an SPF of 50. This does not have a tint to it, but it again contains a bunch of antioxidants, as all of Paula's Choice's skincare does. And this one contains not the zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. This contains avobenzone 3%, homosalate 5%, octinoxate 7.5%. It has the chemical sunscreens instead of the mineral sunscreens. So if that distinction matters to you, then that information is for you to make sure you're choosing one of the over the other. But this does have that higher level of SPF that I want when I want more sun protection during the times of the month where I have a lot more sun exposure. Again, beautiful formulation, not heavy, not greasy, not thick, doesn't contribute to oiliness or shine, also won't combat those kinds of things, but won't give you that kind of heavy greasy effect that a lot of sunscreens on the face give you. And even though it doesn't have the tint, this doesn't impart a white cast on the skin. For the body, my favorite SPF product is the Extra Care Non-Greasy Sunscreen by Paula's Choice. This has an SPF of 50. If you want something lower in SPF, the brand has a ton of different options for you, but I find that this, again, has a beautifully elegant formula in addition to all the antioxidants that it contains, effective sun protection in a formula that is great on the skin for giving it nourishment and moisturization without feeling heavy or thick or greasy. And this is also a chemical sunscreen where it has things like the avobenzone, the homosalate, etc. And a product that I actually did mention in the favorites of makeup 2019 video, but is equally and maybe more appropriate in this video. This is the product by Supergoop. This is the shimmer shade. It has an SPF of 30. They market them kind of as cream eyeshadows. There's several different shades in the line, but I use this for the sun protection in there and then do my makeup routine as usual. It is a great product because it is an eye safe product to give your eye area sun protection in a way that's not going to irritate the eyes. We usually don't put, especially chemical sunscreens, on the mobile lid area. So this is a great way not only to have it be non-irritating in that area, but because of the type of formula it has, where it's a cream, it's going to stick there. It's not going to melt off and just slide into your eyes the way something like a normal lotion formula sunscreen might. My two favorite masks of the year. This one is from Paula's Choice. This is their Pore Clarifying Charcoal Gel Mask. This has a gel formula, but it is black, and this is more of a treatment that will temporarily give you that mattifying effect. I don't find that it's a product where long-term it's not gonna get rid of your pores or make it so that you don't get as shiny throughout the day. It is a more temporary treatment. That charcoal helps to get rid of oiliness and the oil production in the pores for a little while. And then my other favorite mask, this is more like a nourishing mask, is from Youth to the People. This is their spirulina and microalgae kale spinach age prevention superfood mask. So a ton of great antioxidant kind of superfood ingredients in here. I've used, I think, up 2 jars of this, and this is a new jar that I haven't started yet, but you can see that it's that kind of kale spirulina colored color in there. It's kind of a unique texture. I wouldn't call it a gel, but it's also not a cream. It's kind of like a clay formula, but it's not as thick as a like mud mask kind of thing. I don't know. You just have to try it. But this is very, very nourishing, great, like I said, antioxidant ingredients in here to have a nice treatment if you want on a spa kind of night. I have a favorite hand cream from 2019. And again, do you necessarily need to buy a separate hand cream? Absolutely not. But on the other hand, do you necessarily want to be using your most expensive facial moisturizer on your hands? Probably not. This is something that I have at my desk and has such a beautiful formula. This is from the company VMV Hypoallergenics, another company that I never hear about on YouTube, but they have some fantastic, not only makeup products, but skincare products. This is the Illuminance Face, Hand, and Body Lotion. I hope that they still sell this. Again, I'll make sure to link it in the description box below if I can find it. This has a hybrid cream gel formula. It looks kind of almost clear like a gel, but it is more moisturizing than just a gel, and it just feels wonderful on the skin. Again, no kind of added fragrances in there. Has a ton of glycerin. It also has glycolic acid, which I didn't actually know, but that helps to exfoliate the skin, make it look brighter over time. Nice plant extracts and antioxidants. Maybe I might start, when I buy another bottle of this, I might start using this as a body lotion. I didn't realize that. But in any case, whether you want to use it on your face, your hands, or your body, fantastic, fantastic lotion from VMV Hypoallergenics. My two most used and favorite lip care, lip treatment, lip balm type of products from this year. The first one is from Fresh, which actually really surprises me. This is the Sugar Lemon Hydrating Lip Balm. This comes in a few different fragrances, so I'm not saying that this particular one is the best one. I think no matter which fragrance you get, just their lip balms are surprisingly nourishing. I use this before I go to bed. It's recently been sitting on my night table next to my bed, and I just apply this before I go to sleep. It has that, it looks like kind of petroleum jelly, but it's much softer. It's much more pliable. It kind of halfway sinks into the skin, but then also halfway stays on top of the skin to actually physically lock in the moisture and prevent the lips from drying out throughout the night. So that's why I like it, because it does kind of sink into the skin to put the moisture in the skin, but also leaves a layer on top of the skin to lock in that moisture. The Clarins Natural Lip Perfector. This is actually a new one in a new shade that I haven't really started wearing regularly, but I still have the very last remnants of this product it comes in a lighter pink tube, so I don't remember off the top of my head what shade that is, but it pretty much imparts almost no color. But this formula, and it comes with a slanted doe foot applicator like this, you can get, there's a whole range of colors. So if you want this to be more of a beauty product, you can absolutely do that. But the way that I have been using the one in the lighter pink tube is not as a color product, it is as a lip balm. Again, whether it be in the middle of the day or before I go to bed and I apply it, it's just such a nourishing formula for the lips, where it's not too heavy, it's not too thick, and it imparts inside or underneath the skin that moisture, but also leaves a layer on top to lock that in. We're winding down to the last few categories. Let's move on to body care, starting with body lotions. I use on a regular basis and have used multiple tubes of pretty much everything in Paula's Choice's body care line, but the favorite of those, even though I love all of them, are these three. I'll start here. This is the Skin Smoothing Retinol Body Treatment with Antioxidants Pump Dispenser Cream Formula. That is really nice because it does actually sink into the skin while leaving a layer of moisture. And it's kind of rare to find a body lotion product that has retinol as the star ingredient. So this is a fantastic option that's easily accessible to you, that has that retinol, that you can just soak your whole body in retinol. And then the other one that I've used up many tubes of, this is the Daily Replenishing Body Cream. So this one doesn't have a kind of what I would call a treatment ingredient, because she has other ones where it's 10% AHA, and then she has another one that has BHA. Anyway, one that's AHA and one that's BHA. Used many tubes of those also, but I like this one because it is really like it says, it's replenishing. It is that thicker cream formula that is really moisturizing on the skin without leaving you with that tacky, sticky feeling. It sinks into the skin and brings the moisture into the skin. So beautiful formula on that too. My last favorite body lotion, if you want something a little more lightweight, not as thick of a cream, although I really wouldn't characterize that one from Paula's Choice as a thick cream. This one is from Bliss. I think this is my fourth, maybe third bottle of this that I'm almost done with. This is the Naked Body Butter Maximum Moisture Cream. Now, they have a couple of other body butters that are fragranced. I know one of them is like sage lemon, the other one is, I think, maybe grapefruit. Don't buy those. They have very fragrant, volatile plant oils that have been added to them. You don't want to be putting that all over your body, irritating your skin. Choose the Naked one in this pale pink color here. This doesn't have any added fragrance to it. This has such a lovely formula. It is, I would say, a hybrid between a gel and a cream, sinks into the skin. Lovely, lovely moisturization while having that lightweight character to it. Next category is body washes. My favorite ones for this 2019 year, there's 3 of them. One of them is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Gel Cream. So this one is very fragranced, but the fragrance is beautiful. If you've never tried anything from Sol de Janeiro, I would suggest starting with this because it will introduce you to what a lot of the products smell like in the line, and in a form that is something that won't stay on your skin like with their creams. In case you don't end up really liking the fragrance, then at least you get to wash it off. But if you do like it, you really get to experience it in the shower. This suds nicely, it cleanses nicely, and really it's the fragrance that is absolutely fantastic on these. This, which I've been using for the past couple of months straight, this is from Plant Apothecary. This is a body wash that they have, and it's in the scent Calm Down, and then I have another one that I will be planning on using next once this is all used up. But this is the ginger and lavender scented one. I love both of those scents, and together it is fabulous. This does have a gel texture. It's actually become more opaque and milky. It started out as a more clear gel, but I guess because of the temperature and all that. But anyway, it has innovative packaging here, and the gel formula is really nice to give you a very clean wash, but it washes off, doesn't stick to the skin. And this, I would say, has a more medium to lower lather. You're not gonna get a bunch of suds and a bunch of bubbles, so just be aware of that. But a very clean, formulated, clean feeling shower gel with lovely fragrances. And the last one, I adore this product, which I'm kind of surprised at because I don't really love a lot of things from Lush, but I love this product. And this is the first of their shower jellies that I've ever tried. This is in Santa's Belly. This is like a cranberry apple scented fragrance. It fills the bathroom. It will fill the bathroom for hours. So if it's a scent that you like, you get the benefit not only of you get a pretty squeaky clean feel when you use the shower jellies without feeling like super dry and stripped at the end. You just kind of feel that squeaky clean without being too parched. And if you're not familiar with the shower jellies, they come in kind of like this blob that's, oh God, it smells so good. They come in this jelly blob that stays together. So you use that blob over your skin. It's not gonna crumble apart. It doesn't melt away. And it lasts for a really, really long time. This, I would say, again, has more of a medium lather. It's not a high soapy sudsy lather, but it's really a unique, innovative form factor. Bang on scents, just absolutely delicious. And yeah, I love it. This is a limited edition scent, so it's probably not really around for much longer, but go in, test their other shower jellies, see what you really like, what really pleases your nose, and pick it up and try them. A sort of miscellaneous item that I want to mention to you is what I use on my lash line every single night. This is Revitalash's Advanced Eyelash Conditioner. It's actually a little bit hard to get your hands on this, so I will make sure I look to see where you can currently purchase it and include that in the link. Anyway, this is to encourage eyelash growth. Now, this is pretty much the only effective item on the market. other than if you got a prescription for Latisse. This product apparently has ingredients that are similar to what is in Latisse, which is why it actually is effective at helping promote eyelash growth. I've definitely seen an improvement in the length and numerousness of my lashes after using this. I've used this for many, many months. I've used many tubes of this. There are a lot of lash growth serums out on the market that really do not actually do anything. I think a lot of people experience a placebo effect with them and they feel like they help encourage the eyelashes, and you know, that you do what you want to with your money. But in terms of if you want a product where the science will back the ingredients actually having proof or evidence that it helps to promote lash growth, this is the product for you. And I've seen results myself. I would definitely encourage you to try this out if you have not ever tried this one and you want to enhance your lash growth. And the final category are the best skincare devices of 2019. The first one will be no surprise to you. It is the Clarisonic. This literal device that I'm holding here is, I think, more than 10 years old now. This is the best investment I have made ever in a skincare device. I keep this in the shower. I use the Sensitive Gentle brush because really I don't think you need anything stronger than that. And I usually use a gel type of cleanser with it. And it's just a very effective way if you want a level of manual exfoliation to make sure you're scrubbing off that dense layer of dead skin cells and any sort of residual makeup that you may have missed through other cleansing methods. And the next device is something that I started using in 2019. This is my Tria device for the eyes. It's called the Age-Defying Eye Wrinkle Correcting Laser, and it emits this pulsar laser and you kind of use it around the eye area. It does sting. It's like getting pin pricked by a bunch of needles, but what this device has helped, it has visibly reduced the fine lines that I used to have underneath in this inner corner underneath the lower lash line. There are mixed reviews on this. I think a lot of people think that this device is going to have really dramatic effects or that it will give you like an eye lift area. That's not what this device is for. It's not going to give you a facelift. It's not going to make you look 20 years younger. The results are subtle, but they're definitely there. And really what I wanted to treat are those fine lines that were starting to appear here, and they have visibly diminished after I've used this. It's something you have to use every day. I use it every night if I don't forget. And you know, it's not the most pleasant experience, but it is something that will definitely give you a level of anti-wrinkling effects, if you want to call it that, a step above something like skincare that you're applying over the skin, even retinol results. So if you're willing to invest the money in this and you're willing to commit the time each night to that, you know, 2 or 3 minute process to do both eyes, then this is a device that will give you those results. So it's been one of my tried and true things all throughout 2019. And if I had to choose a favorite skincare brand for 2019, I think that I probably would just have to say Paula's Choice, because there are so many products that are fantastic that I use from the brand. But I would frankly say that probably a tie to Paula's Choice or a very close runner-up would be Drunk Elephant. It is an expensive brand, but Drunk Elephant is surprisingly impressive in terms of almost every product they release is super effective. They know what they're talking about in terms of the ingredients that they're including in the skincare product and what it does and why they're including it. So it's the kind of brand where you can trust that the ingredients that are included in the product are scientifically backed to be effective of what it's supposed to be treating or helping your skin with. So you're paying a big price tag, but you're also getting a very reliable product, a reliable brand, and reliable results with the claims that they're making. So for very similar reasons, I would say Drunk Elephant is either a tie with Paula's Choice or a very close runner-up. Those are my favorite skincare products for 2019. I hope that you enjoyed. I know this is kind of long. I hope you're not overwhelmed. I hope that you had fun and maybe found out about some products that you might want to test out and invest in. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below below. Let me know what you think of these picks, and especially what favorite products that I didn't mention in this video you had in terms of skincare for this past year. I would love to know. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, for following the videos on this channel. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful new year, and I'll see you in the next video.